All right, let's go look at section 2.1, which is properties of equality. First thing we're going to have to define, number one says to identify the following as either an expression or an equation. An expression is just a sum or difference of terms, where an equation has an equal sign. So if you see an equal sign, it's an equation. If you don't see an equal sign, it's an expression. So our right here, number one, says x minus 4 plus 5x. There is no equal sign, so that is an expression. This one is an expression. Number two, determine whether 6 is a solution to the equation. Okay, we have an equation. There must be an equal sign, right? And 6 being a solution, if you plug 6 in for the variable, it better be a true statement. So here's my equation, y minus 5 equals 1. If I plug 6 in for y, what is 6 minus 5? It's 1. So 6 minus 5 equals 1. That is a true statement. So yes, 6 is a solution. All right, number 3, determine whether 3 is a solution to the equation. Here's your equation, 6x equals 18. We're going to plug in 3 for x. So 6 times 3, is that equal to 18? And the answer is yes. So 3 is a solution to that equation. Number 4 says to solve the equation using the addition or subtraction property of equality. Okay, what is the addition or subtraction property of equality? It says if you know that A equals B, if you add the same thing to both sides, you still have equality. So A plus C is going to equal B plus C. Same thing with subtraction. If you know A equals B, then A minus C is going to equal B minus C. You may have heard in past math classes, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. And that's the case here. Okay, we have W plus 8 equals 2. That's our equation. We're trying to isolate and get W by itself. Right now, we have W plus 8. We need to get that plus 8 to the other side. So I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. When I do that, the 8 minus 8 goes away. All I have on the left of the equal sign is W. Then on the calculator, I can go type in 2 minus 8 and get negative 6. So the solution set is negative 6. Number 5 says to solve the equation using the addition or subtraction property of equality. Be sure to check your answer. Okay, my equation is A minus 12 equals 5. In order to get the A by itself over here on the left, right now I'm doing A minus 12. I need to add 12 to both sides. When I do that, minus 12 plus 12 is 0, so all I have on the left is A, and on the right I have 5 plus 12, and if you have to do the calculator for those things, do it. 5 plus 12 is 17. So the solution set is 17. Now you're supposed to check it. If I plugged in 17 for A, what is 17 minus 12? It's 5. So yes, 17 is a solution to that equation. More practice, go solve the equation. Negative 25 equals x minus 16. Negative 25 equals x minus 16. To get the x by itself on the right, I have x minus 16, so I need to add 16 to both sides. When I do that, minus 16 plus 16 is gone. All that remains on the right is the x. On the left of the equal sign, negative 25 plus 16, negative 25 plus 16 is negative 9. So the solution set is negative 9. If I plug negative 9 in for x, what is negative 9 minus 16? Negative 9 minus 16 is negative 25. That's what I was supposed to get. Number 7, solve the equation using addition or subtraction property of equality. Number 7 may look scary because there's decimals involved. 3.6 equals negative 0.8 plus y. You're adding negative 0.8 to y. So I need to add 0.8 to both sides. When I do that, negative 0.8 plus 0.8 goes away. All that remains on the right of the equal sign is y. Now use your calculator. 3.6 plus 0.8. 3.6 plus 0.8. Let the calculator do the arithmetic for you. Your answer is 4.4. So the solution set is 4.4. Number 8. Solve the equation using the addition or subtraction property of equality. Be sure to check your answer. Write the answer as an integer or simplified fraction. Your equation is negative 5 equals y minus 1/7. Some of you are starting to get, chills going up your back because you see a fraction. It's normal, but don't let it scare you. You know what to do to get the y by itself. Right now you're doing y minus this number. I need to add that number to both sides. So I need to add 1/7 to both sides. Negative 1/7 plus 1/7, that's 0. It goes away. All that remains on the right of the equal sign would be a y. In the calculator, I want to find negative 5 plus 1/7. So negative 5 plus, okay, do you remember how to get the fraction to come up? If you hit your alpha, y equals, and number 1. So I have negative 5 plus 1/7 is negative 34/7. Negative 34 over 7. That's your answer. That's a number. It's a fraction. Negative 34 over 7. Now, if I were to check that, I would want to write negative 34 over 7 minus 1 over 7 in my calculator. So I could do negative 34 over 7 minus 1 over 7. And it would tell me negative 5. That's what I was supposed to get. All right, number 9, we have more fractions. The equation is b minus 2/5 equals 8/5. Remember, the goal is to get b by itself. Sorry about that. So if I have b minus a number, to get that number to the other side, I need to add that number to both sides. Okay, minus 2/5 plus 2/5, that cancels, that's 0. So I get B equals, okay, on my calculator, I need to add 8/5 plus 2/5. Alpha y equals 1, 8/5 plus, plus 2/5 is 2. Actually, 10/5, which is 2. So the solution set is 2. All right, number 10 says to solve the equation using the multiplication or division property of equality. Okay, what is the multiplication or division property of equality? Just like the addition and subtraction, if you know that A equals B, then you can multiply by the same number on both sides and not change the equality. So A times C is the same as B times C. You can also divide by the same number on both sides. So A divided by C is equal to B divided by C. So your equation is 5x equals 25. You don't see it, but that really says 5 times x. That multiplication is understood. So to get the 5 away from that x, I need to divide both sides by 5. Because 5 divided by 5 is 1. So here we go. I'm left with x equals, and on the right, 25 divided by 5 is just 5. The solution set is 5. Number 11, solve the equation using the multiplication or division property of equality. Okay, my equation is 25 equals negative 5w. Again, when you see negative 5w, that means negative 5 times w. I need to have a 1 in front of that w. So I need to divide both sides by negative 5. Negative 5 over negative 5 is 1. So on the right-hand side of the equal sign, I'm left with just w, or 1w. Okay, on the left, 25 divided by negative 5. 25 divided by negative 5 is negative 5. Number 12, my equation is negative 5k equals 0. I've got to remind myself that says negative 5 times k. To get k by itself, I need to get a 1 in front of k, so I want to divide both sides by negative 5. When you do that, negative 5 divided by negative 5 is 1. So I have k equals. All right, this is always confusing for some students. What is 0 divided by negative 5? On the calculator, 0 divided by negative 5 is 0. You can also type it in 0 divided by negative 5. You get 0. If 0 is on the top in the numerator of the fraction, the whole thing is equal to 0. If 0 is in the denominator, for example, negative 5 divided by 0, watch what happens. You can't do it. It tells you there's an error. You can't divide by 0. All right, but our problem was 0 divided by negative 5, which is 0. I'm going to stop there and finish probably tomorrow morning.